construction of parser tree. While constructing if the tree is constructed for the given statement, then there is no any mistake in the statement. If a tree is not constructed, then there is some mistake in the given statement. Okay, that type of process is followed in this phase. So tree construction can be different techniques using bottom up and using a top down. So top down approach is used or bottom up approach is used to construct the tree. So that means constructing the tree means first input string. Input string means some expression expression is taken. Okay, so for that, for every expression, that means a language. Your language is which kind of language? Context free language. So that used in the high level language in the programming. So context free language. So context free language follows the rules of context free grammar. So grammar, context free grammar is going to generate the context free language. So now here if any statement is given, so that statement should be accepted by the grammar. Okay, that is, so every grammar have some symbols like variables, that means non-terminals, so terminals, production, so starting symbol. Okay, every grammar have a starting symbol. Okay, so input string and starting symbol. So now if you take the input string, then you should derive starting symbol of the grammar. Okay, this in the process of constructing parser tree. So you first we take input string, then by that means deriving, so we should get the starting symbol of the grammar in the step-by-step process. Okay, that is a which one? Bottom up approach. Input string to starting symbol of the grammar, leaf nodes to root node. So in the top down approach, first we will take the starting symbol of the grammar, then by expanding that non-terminals with the productions, finally we should get input string. So that is a top down approach. So top down approach. Okay, so already we have seen the context free grammar. What is the context free grammar? Then what are the symbols out there? Okay, so next to the grammar maybe ambiguity grammar or unambiguous grammar. So that means the grammar may have an ambiguity. So ambiguity means, so ambiguous grammar means the grammar is going to generate more than one leftmost derivation or more than one rightmost derivation. Okay, so more than one form to derive a string. If there are more than one form is there, then that is that grammar is called ambiguous grammar. So ambiguous. So more than one form, more than one approach, more than one process to derive the input string. That is called ambiguity. So if you take one word, two meanings are there. Then which meaning you will take? So that depends on the sentence like that. But here we human being, we can take any one of that, depends on the context something. But in the system, so there should be one meaning for every statement. Okay, if a grammar have more than one meanings or more than one approaches, more than one process, then which process is used? That is a conflict. So system cannot do like that. For that, for a system, there should be one grammar or one process, one method, one mechanism to solve the problem or to derive the input string. Okay, so we have two types of parsers. One is a top-down parser, another one is a bottom-up parser. But in the top-down parser, it will not allow the ambiguous grammar. But bottom-up approach, okay, no problem. Ambiguity is allowed, but based on the some process, then that will take only one meaning. So we will see that while discussing. Okay, so top-down approach will not accept ambiguous grammar. So bottom-up approach may accept this ambiguity grammar. So ambiguity grammar means the grammar may have more than one leftmost derivation or rightmost derivation for a given input string, to derive a given input string. So that is an ambiguous grammar. So with that, so already we have seen what are the problems. So to eliminate this ambiguous grammar, okay, we have some techniques. One is a first one is a left to recursion. Second one is a left to factoring. So first recursion. So recursion is nothing but repetition. So calling by itself. Okay, repeating. So that is the process is repeated itself. So left to recursion, right to recursion. So there are two types of recursions: left recursion and right recursion. If right recursion is there, no problem. So it may not lead to ambiguity. If left to recursion is there, then it may lead to ambiguity. So if any in the production, if left recursion is there, okay, we should remove it. In the production, if left recursion is there, remove that that means while deriving the input stream. If right recursion is there, no problem, nothing will happen. It will not lead to the ambiguity. Okay, so we have problem with the left recursion. So we will see what is a left recursion. Yes, now I'm presenting. Yes, my screen is visible. Hello.
Yes, sir. It's visible.
So ambiguity. So grammar, we have seen this. If more than one left most derivation or rightmost derivation, there will be a ambiguity. So that grammar is called ambiguous grammar. So next one is a left to recursion. Okay, this left recursion is used to eliminate. That means elimination of this ambiguity. This is one of the technique to eliminate the ambiguity. Okay, so first what we have seen, context free grammar. Then derivation, two types of derivations. One is a leftmost derivation, another one is a rightmost derivation. Okay, the next ambiguity. Ambiguity means if more than one derivation, leftmost derivation or more than one rightmost derivation is there for deriving a input string, then that type of grammar is called ambiguous grammar. Okay, that is a ambiguity. Next topic is the elimination of ambiguity. Next topic is elimination of ambiguity, removing ambiguity, whatever. Okay, so there are two approaches. So many are there, but according to your syllabus, these are the two important. One is a left to recursion, another one is a left to factoring. Left to recursion and left to factoring. Okay, so right recursion, no problem. Recursions are two types: left recursion, right recursion. With right recursion, no problem. Problem is there with left recursion only. Okay, so grammar is left recursive. A grammar is left recursive if it has a non-terminal a such that there is a derivation. Okay. Yes, this is a definition. A grammar is left recursive. When we can say a grammar is left recursive, if it has a non-terminal a such that there is a derivation like that. So this is that means a grammar consists of productions. Wait. yes. ఇప్పుడు విజయ్ లెఫ్ట్ ఎందుకు లెఫ్ట్ అవుతున్నారు మా సో ఐ కెనాట్ టేక్ ద full class. That means actually you have 3 hours now, so I'm not feeling well, so I cannot take 1 hour. I will take one more than 1 hour. Okay, so don't leave. I don't know when will I'm going to stop the class. So everyone be active. Yes, total 45 members are there. So end of the class 45 members would be there, and we will give the response while taking the attendance. For them only I will give the attendance. సో నేను ఎప్పుడు ఆపేస్తానని నాకు తెలియదు. సో టాపిక్ అయిపోయిందంటే ఐ విల్ గోస్. సో ఐ విల్ కంప్లీట్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ 1. ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం. ల్యాబ్ ఆల్సో అది 1 hourలో అయిపోతే 1 hourలో ఫినిష్ చేస్తా, లేదంటే 2 hours 2 hours. బట్ 3 hours అయితే నేను తీసుకోలేను ఈరోజు. ఓకే, బట్ నేను ఇప్పుడు స్టాప్ చేస్తాను అయితే లేదు. అందుకోసం అందరూ యాక్టివ్గా ఉండండి. లిజన్ ద క్లాస్. దిస్ ఇస్ అ ఇంపార్టెంట్ వన్. ఈ యూనిట్ లో ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉంటాయి. డెఫినెట్లీ విల్ గెట్ వన్ క్వశ్చన్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్. కంప్లీట్లీ ప్రాబ్లం. రిమైనింగ్ ఇంట్లో థియరీ వస్తుంది, ప్రాబ్లం వస్తుంది, కానీ యూనిట్లో మాత్రం ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఉంటాయి. సో ఈ ఆన్లైన్లో చెప్పడం కూడా దిస్ ఈస్ అ డిఫికల్ట్. సో దీన్ని ఎట్లా చెప్పాలని కూడా కొంచెం ట్రై చేస్తున్నా. యాక్చువల్గా అది బోర్డు యూజ్ చేయాలి. So not possible in the online class. This is unit. Meeta in setup, no problem. PPTs are there. Okay, no problem. But the board pan చెప్తేనే ఎఫెక్టివ్ ఉంటుంది క్లాస్. Okay, so left to recursion. You take anything. So left to recursion, and Japan has a left recursion. Recursion, 2 types of recursions. One is a left recursion, other one is a right recursion. So left recursion to no problem, right recursion to no problem. Okay, so if the grammar have left recursion productions, just to remove that means eliminate that left recursion. If a grammar have left recursion productions, then eliminate that left recursion. That means make left recursive productions to what without left recursion production. So that is the thing we are going to do in this. So first definition is non-terminal symbol and the first symbol of the production are same, then it is left recursion. So if a non-terminal symbol and the first symbol of the production, starting symbol of the production are same, then it is a simple definition. You can write whatever. So previously also I have shown one. This is one. A grammar is a left recursion grammar if it has a non-terminal a such that there is a derivation like this. Okay, so that is one. Or this is another definition. So general form, but you should remember this one. General form. A implies a. The grammar nothing but set of productions. So production have left hand side, right hand side. Okay, this is a left hand side. This one is a right hand side. This entire is a right hand side. Okay, so left hand side there should be one non-terminal. Right hand side it may be a terminal or non-terminal or combination of terminal and non-terminal. Okay. So in a grammar, your grammar means more than one production. Definitely, we have to check each and every production. So this is one production in the grammar. A implies A alpha 1. This is one production, and A implies A alpha 2. Another production. A implies A alpha 3. Third production, and A implies beta. So these are the 4 productions. So this is a form. You can see first symbol is here. Okay, so first symbol here, which one is a A? Left. This is a non-terminal. Then in the right hand side, this is the entire right hand side. All. So in all the productions, starting symbol, starting non-terminal. So starting non-terminal is A. So your production is A, and right hand side it starts with the same symbol then that production have left recursion. But learning, so in this production A is there, in this production A is there, in this production A is there. So here no. So that means these three productions have left recursion, left recursion. Okay, so Okka production in the grammar, for example, if you take a grammar, there are 5 productions. In that grammar, one production have left recursion, then that grammar is called left recursive grammar. Okka production unna a grammar ni left recursive grammar antam. Okay, so for when 5 or 10 or 100, how many? If one production have this kind of form, then that grammar, this is called left to recursive production. Then that grammar is called, finally that entire grammar is called left to recursive grammar. So what is a form of left to recursion? So take each and every production. This is A implies A alpha. Here A, then right side starting with the same symbol. So repeated here. Okay. Then here also repeated, same A repeated, then here also A repeated. Then this production, how many productions? 1, 2, 3 productions have left recursion. But here, no, not starting with A. So these 3 productions have left recursion. That's why this grammar is called left recursive grammar. Okay, if a grammar have left recursion, what is the problem? Ambiguity, ambiguous. Okay, it is going to generate more than one leftmost derivation or rightmost derivation, whatever. Okay, more than one derivation is going to be there. So what is the problem with that? So there will be a conflict, confusion. Okay, so if a grammar have first before processing, before parsing, first we should check the given grammar. If the grammar is ambiguity grammar or unambiguous grammar. So ambiguous grammar means the grammar may have left recursion and one more left factoring, that is a different one. Any one of these two, then that grammar is ambiguous grammar. So now here left recursion is there, then this one is a left recursive grammar, then ambiguity is there. First, before parsing, eliminate the ambiguity. First step in the parsing. First step is eliminate the ambiguity. Elimination of ambiguity. If it is there. Okay. So elimination of ambiguity. If the production in this form, then convert it into in this format. Yes. Simply A implies same thing. A implies then beta. Beta means this one, which production not starting with same symbol. Take that production, that symbol beta, then A bar or A dash, whatever. A implies beta, A dash. Okay, so this is a new non-terminal. This is a new non-terminal. A dash is a new non-terminal. So if it is a non-terminal, there should be production. A implies beta, A dash. Then give a definition for this. A dash implies. Then take all this without A. Alpha 1, A dash. Alpha 2, A dash. Here alpha 3. So wrong this one. Alpha 3, A dash. So finally, one more production, that is epsilon. Okay, so A implies A alpha 1, A alpha 2, A alpha 3, beta. Then take which one? Beta, A dash. A dash implies, remove this one, just simple first symbol. Alpha A dash, alpha 1 A dash, alpha 2 A dash, alpha 3 A dash, and one more epsilon. Okay, so this is a format how to eliminate recursion. The grammar may have like this, only one symbol. A implies A alpha beta. Yeah, alpha beta. Okay, this is a general form. Okay, so now after eliminating, the production will be like this. A implies beta. Here, which one? Here only two productions. One production have left recursion. So say starting with the same symbol. That's why this production have left recursion. So this production does not have this left recursion. So take that production beta A dash. A dash. This is a new symbol. A dash. Then A dash implies. Then which one here? Alpha. Remove this one. Alpha. A dash. One more is epsilon. That means A dash. This production have two productions. This symbol have this new non-terminal have two productions. One is A dash implies alpha A dash. Another one is A dash implies epsilon. Epsilon means nothing. Okay. So this is a after eliminating left recursion from this production from the grammar. Okay. So here only one is there one production, but sometimes more than one production may have like this. So this is a general form for form 1. This one is a general form 2. Okay, so form 1 have only one production. Here in the form 2 more than one. So like this, A alpha 1, A alpha 2, A alpha 3, beta. In this case also same thing. A implies beta A dash. A dash is a new non-terminal. A dash implies here right hand side this one take. So remove this first symbol. Alpha 1 A dash, alpha 2 A dash, alpha 3 A dash, epsilon. Okay, so this is a process to eliminate left recursion. Okay, clear? Ma respond. అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir.
Hello. My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is a left recursion, eliminating left recursion. So left recursion ఉంటే ఏమవుతుంది? A grammar leads to ambiguity. A grammar ఏమంటాం? Ambiguous grammar అంటాం. If left recursion is there in the grammar, that grammar is called ambiguous grammar. Ambiguous grammar ఉంటే what is the problem? It will generate more than one derivation or more than one parse tree. So there is a confusion, conflict that one. Okay, while parsing, confusion. Okay, so before constructing a tree or before parsing, first we should check the grammar. If the grammar is ambiguous grammar or unambiguous grammar, ambiguity is there in the grammar or not. ఎలా చెక్ చేసాము ఉంది అంటే దిస్ ఈజ్ వన్ మెకానిజం. వాట్ ఈస్ దట్? లెఫ్ట్ రికర్షన్ ఉంటే ambiguity ఉన్నట్టు. సో లెఫ్ట్ రికర్షన్ అంటే ఎలా అంటే ఇలా అనమాట. గ్రామర్ లో ఉన్న ప్రొడక్షన్స్ కి ఇలా ఉంటది, ఇలా ఉంటే దెన్ రిమూవ్ దట్. So there are two forms. One is this one, and another one is this one. So here only one production have left recursion. Here more than one production have left recursion. So in these cases, two cases, so convert that production to in this format. So convert this type of productions to this type of format. Okay. So for that algorithm is there. Algorithm. This one is algorithm. For that. Okay, so మీ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ చెప్పిన తర్వాత అర్థమవుతుంది algorithm. We will see. Okay, so first here example here eliminating left recursion. So question will be given like eliminate the left recursion from the grammar, that type of question, or convert ambiguity grammar to unambiguous grammar, that type of question, or remove the left recursion from the production, like that you will get. Okay, first grammar istaru, then eliminate the left recursion so లేదంటే ఒక set of productions ఇచ్చి remove the ambiguity from this grammar అంటాం, or convert this ambiguous grammar to unambiguous grammar. That type of question you will get. Okay, so here we'll see some examples. Here this is one production. This is a grammar, actually one grammar. E implies E plus T or T. So that means this E production have two productions. This E have two productions. One is E implies E plus T. E implies T. So two productions. So same thing. It is like which format? A implies. A implies what? A alpha, beta. Same format. Okay. So here which one A and which one alpha and which one is beta. So what is that first symbol? First symbol. This is a non-terminal. Production lo left hand side is that symbol. Right hand side lo same. Starting here unte. That is a left recursion. So starting avukunda vere places unte no problem. The symbol this E in the right hand side starting. So it is starting with the same symbol. The right hand side of production starting with the same symbol. Then that is a left recursion. This E very place unte no problem. Okay. So now here A is what? E alpha. Then after removing E, whatever, that is a alpha. So this is enter alpha. This one is a E. Then this one is a beta. So what is a format? Then conversion is some A implies what? Beta. Take which one? Beta the second production. Beta A dash. Then A dash implies what? A dash implies alpha. A dash epsilon. Okay, here also same thing. In converting A and E. E implies here beta is which one is T is beta. T E dash. E dash is a new. A is A dash and E is A dash. T is T dash. Whatever. T bar or T dash whatever. Okay. So now this is a new non-terminal. Then give the definition for that. E dash implies. Then which one here alpha A dash. Alpha A dash and alpha and which one plus T alpha. Then A dash means E dash slash epsilon. Okay. In this production, left recursion is there. In this, no left recursion. Okay. So from these two productions, you will get the same production. I will show. Both are equivalent. Both are same. This production and these two productions and these three productions are same. Okay, from this you will get this one also. Okay, submit this E in place of E dash. Okay, first take E. Okay, then in place of E dash what? Substitute this one. That means E dash expanded by this one or this one. So which one? T plus which one? Okay. We should substitute in this first production. So E implies okay, in place of E you substitute this one, and in place of E dash you can substitute this one. You will get T production. T production. And one more T. Okay, from this we cannot get, but this is removed. So if input string is given, with this also will get, with this also will get. That is, if input string is given. So here which kind of input string? Here this is a complete grammar, not a complete grammar. Some productions, more productions are required in this. If input string is given, okay, with this also will derive, with this also will derive. So that's why these both are same. But in this left recursion is there, in this left recursion is not there. So in this we may derive, but that will going into infinite loop with this. Okay, with this it will not go into infinite loop. With this infinity loop, with this no infinity loop. Okay, if complete grammar is given, one input string is given, with this also will derive, with this also will derive as a human being, but system with this it will not derive. Why? Here there will be more than one options, so that's why it will get confusion. So that's why for human being it will derive, for the system it will not derive. Okay, that is, so both are same. You can use this format or you can use this format also, but with this it will leads to infinity, it will not lead to infinity. Okay, that is a difference. Okay, so next to take one more production. This is another example. T implies T into F or F. Okay, so same thing. So starting right side starting symbol is which one? T. Here production is T. T, same, starting with the same symbol. So left recursion is there. So this is in the second production, no left recursion. Okay, so first form, it is like first format, first general form. Then what is that after eliminating? What? A implies beta, a dash implies alpha, a dash or epsilon. Okay, here A is T, alpha star F, beta F. Okay, so now convert it into that format. So T implies beta a dash. So that means beta is F, a dash means T dash. Okay, then next to give the definition for T dash. T dash implies alpha star F, then T dash. So star F, T dash. That means here this one is alpha a dash, alpha a dash. Here alpha is star F, a dash is a T dash, epsilon. Okay, these two productions are same for deriving input string, but here left recursion is there, here no left recursion. If left recursion is there, it will go into infinity loop. Okay, that is a difference. Then one more example. Here this is another example. S implies S epsilon. Here also same thing, starting with the same symbol on the right hand side. That is considered as a and remaining as alpha. Then the second production, whatever production not starting with the same symbol, so take as beta. So same thing here, epsilon. What is a format? This one is a form. A implies beta a dash. Here beta is epsilon, nothing, epsilon, then a dash, that means S dash here. So that's why S implies S dash. Then give the definition for S dash. Then after removing alpha, which one alpha? This one is alpha. This entire is alpha. This entire alpha. A dash means S dash, epsilon. Okay. So this is equivalent to this one. This is after eliminating left recursion. Then one more example. So same thing. It is a which one starting with the same symbol in this production, starting with the same symbol in the second production also. This is which form we should apply here? Second form, second general form. Okay, here A implies A alpha 1, A alpha 2, beta. Okay, second, more than one production have left recursion. So for that also same thing. Here A equals to what? A equals to S. Okay, then alpha 1 S plus alpha 2 S star then beta A. Beta A. So what is a general form? A implies here beta. Which one is a beta? Here beta A dash implies alpha 1 A dash alpha 2 A dash epsilon. Only two are there, that's why alpha 1 alpha 2. So same thing here also. Beta, which one? Beta A is a beta. A is beta. Then A dash means AC dash. Okay, first one completed like this. Then A dash, that means AC dash. That's alpha 1. This is alpha 1. AC plus. Then A dash means AC dash. Next to alpha 2, AC star is alpha 2. Okay. The next to AC dash. Then epsilon. Okay. Here we applied which one? Second form, general form. Okay, so next one more example. This is another example. Already for this production we have removed the left recursion. For this also we have removed the left recursion. For the third production, no left recursion. Okay, this is a grammar. This grammar is used in the parsing. So in the textbook, this grammar is taken for example. So this is an important grammar. After you should remember. After elimination, what is a grammar? So no need to do this entire process. Remember that. Okay. By looking the production, you should directly write the left recursive production for this. So E implies E plus T or T. So here starting symbol. Okay. In this also starting symbol. E starting here. T also starting. But here you have to here open parenthesis. No recursion in this. But these two are recursive productions. Finally, this grammar is what left recursive grammar ambiguity is there. Okay, after eliminating ambiguity, what write that production? C implies T dash, then E dash implies what? Place T dash epsilon. Okay, so directly E implies T dash implies place T dash epsilon. For this also same thing. T dash, FT dash, T implies FT dash, then T dash implies star F, T dash epsilon. Okay, these two for this, these two for first one. So here no left recursion, that's why write as it is. F implies E or ID. Okay, this grammar, finally this grammar is a after eliminating left recursion. So what we can say, this grammar is unambiguous grammar. This grammar is ambiguity grammar, ambiguous grammar. Here unambiguous, ambiguity eliminated. Okay, now clear? Yes. Respond avanti. Romina. ఓకే, మీకు గేట్ లెవెల్లో కూడా ఈ టైప్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ వస్తాయి. గేట్ రాస్తారు కదా, గేట్ ఎగ్జామ్ కానీ కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్ లో ది సబ్జెక్ట్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఓకే, ది సబ్జెక్ట్ ఈజ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఇన్ ద కాంపిటేటివ్ ఎగ్జామ్. వాట్ ఎవర్ గేట్ ఆర్ పీజీ సెట్ ఆర్ యూ వాంట్ టు రైట్ ఎనీ గవర్నమెంట్ ఎగ్జామ్స్, ఇఫ్ ది సబ్జెక్ట్ ఉందంటే కంపల్సరీ దిస్ ఎలిమినేషన్స్, లెఫ్ట్ రికర్షన్, లెఫ్ట్ ఫ్యాక్టరింగ్ ఎలిమినేషన్, ఓకే, పార్సింగ్స్, this type of questions. ఈ యూనిట్ is important for this government type of exams కి. ఓకే, సో అదొకటే కాదు, మీ ఇన్ ద ఎక్స్టర్నల్ ఎగ్జామ్ ఆల్సో, ఇన్ ద యూనివర్సిటీ ఎగ్జామ్ వన్ క్వశ్చన్ కంపల్సరీ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్. అంటే ప్రాబ్లమే ఉంటుంది ఇక్కడ. పాసింగ్ ఇది జస్ట్ సింపుల్. దిస్ వన్ ఈజ్ అ సింపుల్ వన్. అంటే బిఫోర్ పాసింగ్ we should check the grammar. If the grammar is ambiguity grammar or unambiguity grammar. So if the grammar is ambiguity grammar, remove that ambiguity. So remove cheyadaniki this is a process. So meer exam em chesaru, you don't write all these steps directly. If the grammar is given, write the given grammar is ambiguity, then after removing the ambiguity, the grammar will be like this ani rashiyali. So no need to write each and every step A equal to something ala. Only one first step she would write directly. After this, many steps are there in the parsing. Okay, so these are the examples. You practice you can practice. Okay, okay, this is a process. The next one is a left to factoring. Okay, algorithm algorithm once go to the algorithm part. Algorithm for left recursion. Okay, sometime in the worst case in the exam, in the end exam, you may get like this also. You explain about left recursion with algorithm and you say you write the definition of left recursion grammar, then general forms, form 1, form 2, then algorithm for that left recursion elimination. Okay, so input is a grammar G with no cycles or epsilon production. Epsilon productions, no epsilon productions in the grammar. So that is then output an equivalent grammar with no left recursion. Okay, in the algorithm you should write like this: what is input and what is output. We get input is a grammar with no cycles or epsilon productions, without epsilon productions. Then output equivalent to this grammar, but no left recursion. So here the method is what? Apply the algorithm to G. So note that the resulting non-left recursive grammar may have epsilon productions. Okay, remember that before applying left recursion, the grammar should not have epsilon productions. Remember that epsilon productions undoddu, but after eliminating, the grammar may have epsilon productions. Okay, remember. Okay, so first arrange the non-terminals in some order, A1, A2 and something like that. So whatever the productions are given, so that arrange them in order for each I from 1 to n. Okay, that means how many productions are there. So this is applied for all the productions. Okay, for each j from 1 to I minus 1. So take one production from that, from set of productions, take one production. So replace each production of the form ai to what aj gamma here given. Okay, no problem. By the productions ai implies delta 1 gamma or delta 2 gamma. So like that. So where aj delta 1, delta 2 and delta k. So like this. That means if a production have left recursion, that type of. So remove that one. So replace this by like this. Okay. So this is, and eliminate the immediate left recursion among the A productions. So sometimes after eliminating left recursion, again that production is going to have a left recursion also. That means immediate left recursion may not there. After replacement, there may be a left recursion. Okay, remove that kind of also. So far what we have seen in that this type of not there. That means after removing left recursion, most of productions lo kuda malli left recursion వచ్చే chances ఉంటాయి. Some type of grammar. Okay, again apply the same process. Second time also. Okay, so this is a algorithm for this. So directly you can write whatever the steps you have seen, that also. The next one is a left to factoring. This is another one. Left to factor. Left to factoring. If a grammar have left to factoring, also that grammar leads to generate more than one parser tree. So that means a grammar is ambiguity grammar. If left recursion is there, that grammar is called ambiguous grammar. And a left recursion unna, left to factoring unna, rendu unna kuda, that grammar is called left recursive grammar. Or any one of these there in the grammar, even that also called left recursive grammar. Okay, so we'll see first what is a form of left recursion. General form: A implies alpha beta 1, alpha beta 2, alpha beta 3 and so on, gamma something. Okay, so here what we have observed from the previous one and from this one, the previous one, so starting symbol, that means production. So right side starting symbol should be same, but here not same, different one. Here also different one. A, here alpha, different. It is starting with a different symbol. In the previous case, the right side starting with the same left hand side symbol. That is a left recursion. Like that, you can identify that production is have left recursion or left factoring. Okay, so right side starting the same symbol, left recursion with a different symbol, not left recursion, not having left recursion, but left factoring. How to identify left factoring is there in this? Here these are the how many productions? 1, 2, 3. Some set of productions are there. Here every production starting with the same symbol. Starting symbol is same. Here alpha, here alpha, here alpha, here alpha. Here no alpha. This is a different one. Okay, if a production have more than, if a non-terminal have more than one production, every production is starting with the same symbol, then that is a left factoring. Left factoring. Okay, so if left factoring is there in the production in the grammar, remove that. So immediately remove that. So what is the process? This is a form. If the left factoring grammar, then convert it into in this format. Same A implies alpha. Which one have same common symbol, common prefix? You take that one, alpha, then new symbol A dash, and which is which production not having common symbol, that production. A implies alpha, A dash or gamma. Okay, now A dash is a new one, then give the definition. A dash implies, then after removing the common symbol, what are the remaining symbols? Write all. So beta 1, here from this beta 2, from this beta 3, from this beta n, like that. Okay. In algorithm also same thing, grammar G equivalent left factoring grammar. So here also same thing, for each non-terminal here find the largest prefix. Largest prefix you take, that is important. Largest prefix. Here alpha. In this example, we cannot say which one is the longest prefix. In the example, we will see that. So find the largest prefix alpha common to two or more of its alternatives. If alpha not equals to epsilon, that is, there is no non-trivial common prefix to replace all the higher productions like this. A alpha beta 1, A alpha beta 2, where represents all the alternatives that do not come again with alpha by this production. What this is replaced by like this. A implies alpha common one and A dash new, then which is not having common prefix, that one, and A dash implies beta 1, beta 2, and so on, beta n. Okay, so A dash is a new non-terminal. Repeat. This is repeatedly apply this transformation until no two alternatives for non-terminal have a common prefix. But this is also repeatedly. After applying here also you may get common prefixes. Again remove that common prefixes also. So this is a repeated process until removing that common prefix from all the productions. Okay, this is algorithm. Then examples. Here one example. This implies SS plus this is one production, this is another production, SS star. Here A. Here common prefix, which one? S is common here. These are also S is common. Here no. In these two, S is common. But what? You should take the longest. Next symbol also you should see. Here yes. Here also yes. Okay. SS are common. The next see one more symbol plus. Here star. Okay, no common. Only longest prefix is SS. So take it as alpha. Then remaining as beta 1. Here remaining beta 2. Then this one as gamma. Now convert this into S implies common prefix, which one? SS. Next to A dash, that is a S dash. Next one is add this symbol A to first one only. Then S dash implies beta 1, beta 2. Okay, so here you can see starting with S, starting with A, then here plus, here star, different symbols. Okay, now left to factoring is removed. Okay, but you can check left to what left recursion may be there. After removing left to recursion, left to factoring is going to be there. Then after removing left factoring, left recursion is going to be there. You check all these two. So this is a grammar after left to factoring. So now you can see starting here yes, then here also starting here. Left to recursion is there in this. Here no left recursion. So first form, A implies what? A alpha beta. So for that, how can you? S implies what is the format? Beta. That means A S dash implies. Then which one is alpha? Alpha is here. Yes, S dash. Already S dash is there. You take S double dash. S double dash. Yes, S dash. S double dash. Next one is a epsilon. And A also there. Here A, add A. No, sorry. Okay, so beta A dash, A S dash, S double dash. Why already S dash is there? The next one is S dash implies plus star. Okay, this is a final grammar after removing left factoring and left recursion. Okay. Yes, Ardhamaina. Hello.
Yes,
Smart. Yes, Sandeep. Sandeep.
Yes, sir.
Vintunara?
Yes, sir.
So no response from others. So ఈ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మేము డౌట్ అడగండి, అర్థం కాకపోతే అడగండి. ఓకే, సో ఇన్ దిస్ గ్రామర్ లెఫ్ట్ రికర్షన్ లెఫ్ట్ ఫ్యాక్టరింగ్ రిమూవ్ చేశాము. ఓకే, ఆఫ్టర్ రిమూవింగ్ ద లెఫ్ట్ ఫ్యాక్టరింగ్ దీస్ ఆర్ ద టూ ప్రొడక్షన్స్. ఓకే, బట్ లెఫ్ట్ రికర్షన్ కూడా ఉంది ఇందులో. సో ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఓన్లీ జస్ట్ రిమూవ్ ద లెఫ్ట్ ఫ్యాక్టరింగ్ అన్నారు. బట్ వైల్ పాసింగ్, వైల్ అప్లైయింగ్ టాప్ డౌన్ ఆర్ బాటమ్ అప్, సో వీ షుడ్ చెక్ ద గ్రామర్ ని. That should be free from left to recursion, left to factoring. Then only that grammar is called unambiguous grammar. అర్థమైనా? మన ఒక లెఫ్ట్ రికర్షన్ ఉంది కదా, దాన్ని రిమూవ్ చేస్తే లెఫ్ట్ ఫ్యాక్టరింగ్ వచ్చే ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటుంది. లెఫ్ట్ ఫ్యాక్టరింగ్ కూడా ఉండొచ్చు. Then remove that also. Okay, for that is after left recursion there may be a left factoring. Then after left factoring there may be a left recursion also. You check both. So finally what we can say, the grammar should be free from left to recursion and left to factoring. Okay. And next one more example. So these are the different examples. So next only two we'll see. So many are there. So taken only these two, these few. This is a different one. Here also same thing, 0. Here 0. This is a common prefix, common symbol in these two. Okay, this one is alpha, this one is a beta, and this one is a beta 2. Okay, next S implies alpha S dash. That means 0 S dash. Okay. The next here no symbol, no. So that's why no beta. So take it as a epsilon. మనకి ఏముంటుంది రూల్, జనరల్ రూల్ ఏంటి ఏముంటుంది? బీటా, గామా. So here gamma is a epsilon. So add epsilon to this. Here no gamma. So take it as epsilon. S implies common is 0. Then S dash slash epsilon. Then next to S dash definition, S dash implies beta. Beta 1, that is a S1. Next beta 2, that is 1. Next one more grammar. Here also same common symbols. I is a common. Okay. Next check the second next to symbol. E. Okay, E also common. Next to T. T common. Next to S. S common. Okay, so now this is entire. Okay, now this is a common symbol IETS. So here epsilon. You can write epsilon. Which one? Beta 1 is epsilon. Then alpha is IETS. Beta 1 is epsilon. Here beta 2 is ES. Then gamma is A. Okay. So that is epsilon this one. Then beta 1 is a epsilon, nothing is here. Then here this is alpha. This one is a beta 2 gamma A. So finally common symbol IGTS S dash. Okay. Gamma, add gamma. That is A. Next to S dash. S dash implies here beta 1 means epsilon, beta 1 and beta 2 ES. Then this production I am not having any, E implies B. Okay, these are the productions after removing left factoring. You can see if left recursion is there, no left recursion, no left recursion. Okay. So next we will start top-down parsing, top-down parser. So after this we will start bottom-up parsers. In the top-down parser I already told you which backtracking and non-backtracking. So in the non-backtracking some two are there. One is a recursive descent, another one is a table driven or non-recursive. Okay. So we'll see in the next class. అర్థమైందా లెఫ్ట్ రికర్షన్ లెఫ్ట్ ఫ్యాక్టరింగ్ అర్థమైందా లేదా ఎస్
Yes, sir.
అనుషా రెడ్డి ఎస్ 553 ఎస్ నో వీళ్ళు యాక్టివ్గానే లేరు అనుషా రెడ్డి అరుణ్
ఎస్ సార్
అంతమంది వింటున్నారా
వింటున్నా సార్
Okay, so in the next class we will start that one. So next lab, so lab experiments. So first experiment, which one? So write a Lex program to scan reserved word and identifiers of C language. So this is a Lex program. And you can first unit lo Lex tool ఉంటుంది. Lex tool is going to generate the lexical analyzer. Lexical analyzer ni generate చేస్తుంది. So lexical analyzer face ni ఇస్తుంది. So lexical analyzer face is going to take one source program as input and it is going to give tokens as output. అంతే కదా ఫస్ట్ ఫేస్ ఆఫ్ ద కంపైలర్. సో వాట్ ఈస్ దట్ లెక్సికల్ అనలైజర్ ఆర్ స్కానర్ లెక్సికల్ అనాలసిస్. సో లెక్సికల్ అనలైజర్ అంటే దట్ ఈస్ వన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఉండాలి. దట్ ఈస్ వన్ ఫేస్, దట్ ఈస్ ఎ ప్రోగ్రామ్. ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కి మనం ఇన్పుట్ ఏమి ఇస్తాము, ఇంకొక ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇస్తాం. దట్ ఈస్ అ సోర్స్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ విల్ బి గివెన్ టు దట్ లెక్సికల్ అనాలసిస్ ఫేస్. సో ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇవ్వచ్చు ఆర్ సమ్ ఒక సెంటెన్స్ ఇవ్వచ్చు ఆర్ సమ్ వన్ ఎక్స్ప్రెషన్. If you give that expression or sentence or program to lexical analysis phase, then this lexical analysis phase is going to generate which stream of tokens. అందులో ఏమేమి టోకెన్స్ ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయి, ఐడెంటిఫైర్స్ ఏమున్నాయి, కీవర్డ్స్ ఏమున్నాయి, కాన్స్టెంట్స్ ఏమున్నాయి, స్పెషల్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఏమున్నాయి, అలా అవుట్పుట్ ఇస్తారు. ఓకే, ఇట్ విల్ జనరేట్ స్ట్రీమ్ ఆఫ్ టోకెన్స్ యాజ్ అవుట్పుట్ ఫ్రమ్ దిస్ ఫేజ్. ఓకే, సో ఈ ఫేజ్ అనేది వాట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏ ప్రోగ్రామ్. ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ లోనే మనం రాసాము ఈచ్ అండ్ ఎవ్రీ స్టేట్మెంట్ రీడ్ చేసుకుంటా ఐడెంటిఫైరా, కీవర్డా, ఆపరేటరా ఏంటిదని. సో దట్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ వి షుడ్ రైట్ ఇన్ దట్ లెక్సికల్ అనాలిసిస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్. ఓకే, ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కి ఇంకొక ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఇన్పుట్ ఇస్తాం. ఓకే, సో వీ హ్యావ్ వన్ టూల్. Instead of writing this program, instead of developing this phase, one tool is there, that is a lex tool, that is called lex tool, lexical analyzer generator tool, lexical analyzer generator tool. So that is going to give it this phase, first phase of the compiler. ఓకేనా? సో మనమే డైరెక్ట్ గా ఫేస్ ని డెవలప్ చేయొచ్చు కదా, డిజైన్ చేయొచ్చు కదా అని క్వశ్చన్ రావచ్చు. ఓకే, సో లెక్స్ టూల్ యూజ్ చేయడం వల్ల జస్ట్ మనం స్పెసిఫికేషన్స్ ఇస్తాం అనమాట. ఓన్లీ స్పెసిఫికేషన్స్, ఇలా ఉంటే ఇది, ఇలా ఉంటే ఇది, ఇలా ఉంటే ఇది అని. జస్ట్ అంటే ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ లెంత్ కొంచెం తక్కువ అయిపోతుంది, సింపుల్ గా ఉంటుంది. అదే కంప్లీట్ యూ వాంట్ టు రైట్ ద కంప్లీట్ వన్, దెన్ దిస్ ఈస్ అ కాంప్లెక్స్ ప్రాసెస్. ఇట్ టేక్స్ మోర్ మెమరీ, దెన్ there will be number of lines. Okay, so it is somewhat complex compared to this like using lex tool. Ada only few statements istamu, only few lines of code, then it will generate the lexical analyzer phase. It will work as same. మీరు డెవలప్ చేసిన దానికి మీరు లెక్సికల్ టూల్ యూజ్ చేసి డెవలప్ చేసిన లెక్సికల్ అనలైజర్ రెండు సేమే. సో బోత్ will do the same thing, same job, but directly developing, that is a difficult one. Difficult, easy, but somewhat complex. So you see, I will show the both programs. మీరు handwritten code రాసే ఎలా ఉంటుంది, using lex రాసే code ఎలా ఉంటుంది, then length of the program you can see, then which one is better you can see after discussing that. Okay, so what is the question? Write a lex program to scan, that means read reserved word. So that means reserved word means keyword. Reserved word means keyword. So me seniors kunnadi experiments different unde. Okay, here directly first one is a lex program. Here em cheppali, this program, whatever the program you are going to write lex program, that program read the reserved word, that means keyword and identifier. So read cheyali, then if it is a keyword, it should give that it is a keyword or it is identifier, like that. Okay, that means if you enter one word, oka word enteration ante adi keyword ah, identifier ah, ledante invalid something ani it should report. Ardhamainda question? Hello? Yes. క్వశ్చన్ అర్థమైందా? ఇంతకీ ఫస్ట్ చెప్పండి.
Yes, sir.
ఓకే, మనం ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ వీ షుడ్ అండర్స్టాండ్ ద క్వశ్చన్, దెన్ ఓన్లీ వీ కెన్ రైట్ వాట్ ఈస్ ద క్వశ్చన్. అర్థం కాకపోతే మీరు ఏం రాస్తారు? ఓకే, దట్ ఈస్ ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్ యూ షుడ్ రైట్ ద లెక్స్ ప్రోగ్రామ్, నాట్ ఎ సి ప్రోగ్రామ్. యూ షుడ్ రైట్ లెక్స్ ప్రోగ్రామ్. సో ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఏం చేస్తుంది? ఇట్ టేక్స్ వన్ వర్డ్, ఓకే, దెన్ ఇట్ షుడ్ ఐడెంటిఫై. అంటే వర్డ్ అనేది మనం కీవర్డ్ ఇవ్వచ్చు లేదా ఐడెంటిఫైర్ ఇవ్వచ్చు. కీవర్డ్ ఇస్తే కీవర్డ్ అని ఐడెంటిఫై ఇస్తుంది. ఒకవేళ కీవర్డ్ కాకపోతే ఐడెంటిఫైర్ అని చెప్తుంది. సో ఐడెంటిఫైర్ కాకపోతే ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ నాన్ ఇన్వాలిడ్ సింబల్, నాట్ ఐడెంటిఫైర్, సంథింగ్ మెసేజ్ విల్ బి రిపోర్టెడ్. ఓకే, ఓకే, ఫస్ట్ మీకు ఆల్రెడీ లాస్ట్ టైం నేను లాస్ట్ ల్యాబ్ I shown the which one ఫస్ట్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ అంటే ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ 1 అంటే ఇక్కడ మీకు సిలబస్ లో అయితే యాక్చువల్గా డైరెక్ట్ గా లెగ్సే ఉంది. ఓన్లీ 5 ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్స్ చెప్పినాను నేను, ఓన్లీ 5 ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్స్. సో వీటికి ఐ వాంట్ టు యాడ్ సింపుల్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్స్ ఆల్సో. సో సేమ్ థింగ్ ఇప్పుడు ఇదే ఉంది కదా, ఐడెంటిఫైయర్ ని కీవర్డ్ ని రికగ్నైజ్ చేయాలి. సో దానికి లెక్స్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాయడం దట్ ఈస్ దేర్ ఇన్ ద సిలబస్. బట్ ఐ వాంట్ టు యాడ్ అంటే లెక్సికల్ అనలైజర్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయడం. ఓకే, ఇంప్లిమెంటింగ్ ద లెక్సికల్ అనలైజర్, లెక్స్ టూల్ యూజ్ చేయకుండా సి ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాసి దెన్ ఇట్ షుడ్ రికగ్నైజ్. అది లాస్ట్ ల్యాబ్ లో నేను చెప్పేసిన అది. సో వన్స్ అగైన్ విల్ షో. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈస్ అ ప్రోగ్రామ్. సో దిస్ మచ్ కోడ్ ఇంత రాయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఓకే, బట్ ఇన్ దిస్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ which this program is going to identify numbers also, number. So constants it will recognize, operators it will recognize, then it will recognize the special characters also. So operators అంటే జస్ట్ అది ఏ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఆపరేటర్ అనేది రికగ్నైజ్ చేయదు, ఓన్లీ ఆపరేటర్. ఓకే, నెక్స్ట్ కీవర్డ్, నెక్స్ట్ ఐడెంటిఫైయర్. ఓకే, సో మీకు ఇది ఆల్రెడీ చెప్పేసిన ప్రోగ్రామ్. జస్ట్ అగైన్ వన్స్ అగైన్ ఐ విల్ షో దట్ ఎగ్జిక్యూషన్. So enter a C program. So here you supposed to enter any something. అక్కడ తీసుకున్నాం కదా ఏంటి, విచ్ వన్ ద ఫేస్ ఆఫ్ కంపైలర్ ఆ టాపిక్ చెప్పినప్పుడు ఐ టేకెన్ వన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్. సో దట్ ఈస్ సో విచ్ వన్ ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ so here position equal to initial place rate into 60. Here number constant 60 is a constant. Keywords ikkada unnai, keywords no keyword, P is identifier, I is identifier, R is identifier, special characters equal to plus star, these are the special characters. One line is there. Okay, this kind of output. So this kind of output will be produced by this program. So using files concept, this one input, here this is the input, then identifiers, how many identifiers, then how many special characters, then constants directly it will report over there, not in the file. Okay, this is, but here it will identify only few keywords. Anni keywords ante mottham rayali, anni rayali keywords. Okay, so ee program untundi, already I have explained this program in the last lab. So that's in the first experiment 1A and 1B. So this one is a B. The next one is a Lex program. Okay, so but a Lex program ki only keyword identifier మాత్రమే రికగ్నైజ్ చేస్తారు. ఎందుకంటే క్వశ్చన్ అదే ఇచ్చాను కాబట్టి అదే చేసిన నేను. ఫర్ దిస్ ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ యూజింగ్ విండోస్ machine. So actually it will work on the Linux platform. So GCC compiler, that type of is required for this. So on Windows also we can install Flex. So already I have installed Flex. So for that directly already I have installed, no problem, Flex. I will show you can download. This is a software, Flex Windows, Lex program and React program, both will be executed on Windows. Okay, so download this software and install it. So after installation, open the command prompt. Next command prompt. So I have created these files on the desktop. So on the desktop, that's why. So change directory to desktop. Okay. So first we have to create the Lex program. What? First we have to create a Lex specification file. Lex specification file. Already I have shown which. Yes, first of all, we should write the Lex source program. That is called Lex specification file. Is it visible? Hello.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
So first of all, what we have to do here, first to create the Lex specification file, that is called Lex source program. So give it to Lex compiler. So now it will generate lex.yy.c. Okay, this is output from the Lex compiler. That means C file is created corresponding this Lex program. C program is generated for this C program. Then that will be given to the C compiler. So what we are using. So now it is going to generate a.out. So this is execution file. So to this we should give the input, whatever the input. Okay, to this, then it will generate the tokens. Okay, this is a Lex overview of Lex program compilation. So first, C program what? Next we can create a C file. Then that will be compiled. So if any in the compilation process, first object file is created, or if any errors are there, that will be reported. If no errors, then execute that. What is that file name? .exe. Okay, that execution file. To that execution file, we give the input. Same thing here. Okay, so in the normally we'll do this one. C file. The C file is given to the C compiler. Then it is going to generate which one? Execution file. To this execution file, we give the input. Then it will give tokens. Okay, but in the Lex, extra thing is what? This one, just using the Lex compiler. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to create a Lex specification file, Lex source program. So that program is to be compiled by using Lex compiler. So from this we will get a C file. That C file is given to C compiler. Then execution file will be generated. To this we will give the input. So finally we will get some tokens. Okay, so what we have to do now, we have to do this one, create the Lex program. Simple. Okay, so now we created this one. Open the notepad. Okay, you can check or type L file. Here you can see type L file, that is a Lex file. If it is a C, then C file. Here C file, so type is C file. It is a L file, Lex file. Okay, so already I have told you some format is there. Format, what is a format to write the Lex source program? Lex source program is separated into three sections. Three sections are there, separated by these two delimiters. So three sections. First section is the definitions. definition section. What separated by these two symbols, these are the delimiters. Next to second section is translation rules. Translation rules consist of pattern and action, set of patterns and set of actions. So translation rules, how many are required, you can write all these. Your definition, any definitions are required in the program, you can write. If this is optional one, okay, if there you can write, but this one is a compulsory. Translation rules. And separating the section, this one, user subroutines. User subroutine, if any subroutines or functions are there, you can add. So this is a structure syntax of Lex specification file or Lex program. Okay. So now already I created that. Yes. Here this is not required. Or you can write to this one hash include. Yes, if any variables or declaration you want to use in this first section, %, open brace, declaration, all the statements, declaration or including header files, whatever, then %, closing brace. Okay, first section for declaring or importing something, what including header files. Okay, then second section consists of what? Translation rules. Translation rules consists of what? Pattern, action. Pattern and action. So your program, what is a program? This Lex program should to recognize keyword and identifier. If the given word or given words or keywords, then it is going to identify. Identifier, it is going to recognize, or not a keyword or not identifier, then it will give invalid or not identifier or not keyword, like that. So first of all, we have to write a pattern for keywords, translation rule for keyword. So according to standard that ANSYS, some keywords are there, you can write all keywords like that, each and every separated by any one of whatever the entered word is, auto or double or, this is R symbol. Okay, if static, break, else, like this, all the keywords. Okay, this should write in the single line. Constant, register, union, unsigned, while, default, do, all. Okay, this is entire pattern. This is a pattern. This entire is a pattern. Then what is the action? Action is this one, printf within the opening and closing braces, printf. The entered one is keyword. Okay, these are the variables already I told you, predefined variables. By text, it holds the input string. Okay, so any one of the entered word is from any one of these, then action is keyword. Okay, this is a pattern for keywords. The next, identifiers. So here this is a translation tool for identifier. What is a pattern? We should write the pattern for identifier. So what is a pattern? What is the rules of identifier? Starting with alphabet or underscore. Starting letter, that should be the alphabet or underscore. Here this one is underscore. Okay, no problem. Then alphabet. Alphabet means letter. Any one of these. Small letter or capital letter. A to Z. Okay. So this is a regular expression. This is a regular expression. If you want to write more than one, you should enclose within the opening and closing brackets. Okay, this is a first letter. First one. Then from the second one, from the second letter onwards, from the for second letter or for third letter or fourth letter, how many are there after first letter? Okay, that may be underscore, small letter, capital letter, or digit. You can write. Okay, here compulsory. Yeah, that means any one of these. Then next, from the second letter onwards, letter, digit, or underscore. Okay, opening within the opening and closing parenthesis, letter or digit or underscore, combination, 0 or more. There should be one letter compulsory. There should be one letter. From the second letter onwards, it may be alphabet or digit or underscore, repetition, 0 or more. 0 or more. It may be a 0 or more, 1 character or 2 characters or 3 or like that. 0 or more. Star means 0 or more. Plus means 1 or more. Okay. If this pattern is matched, then perform this action. What is action? Printf. The entered word is identifier. Okay, this is a translation rule for recognizing identifier. The next thing is what? Other than this keyword or identifier, not a keyword, not identifier. What should? Invalid. That means not a keyword, not an identifier. Okay, what is a pattern? This is a pattern. Dot star. So other than this is dot star, this is a regular expression for any other than these two, anything that is an invalid one. Okay, so these three are the translation rules. One for keyword, another for identifier, then third one for invalid. So translation rule completed. Okay, so use this delimiter. The next auxiliary procedure. Here main is compulsory. Actually, execution starts from here only. So in the Lex program also we should write the auxiliary procedure. That is a main. So printf enter some input. So by looking this we can enter. So by Lex, so it calls the translation rules. So that means it is a function call going to this. Okay. Then next. Into wrap. So into wrap. So now here while entering the input, then where you want to stop. So input enter chestunnamu stop cheyali. So to stop. So now finished giving the input completed. So we should call this one. If successfully finished, it returns 1. Otherwise it returns 0. ఓకే చూడండి ఆ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కి ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ కి ఎంత చేంజ్ ఉన్నది. సో ఇది ఇస్ లెక్సికల్ అనలైజర్. ఇక్కడ ఓన్లీ ఫ్యూ కీవర్డ్స్ రిటర్న్, రిమైనింగ్ ఆల్ రాయాలి. బట్ హియర్ ఎక్స్ట్రా థింగ్ ఇస్ వాట్ ఓన్లీ జస్ట్ యాడ్ నంబర్, అదొకటి ఎక్స్ట్రా థింగ్. సో నథింగ్ ఈజ్ హియర్. ఓకే, బట్ దిస్ మచ్ కోడ్ వీ నీడ్ టు రైట్. ఇప్పుడు ఒకవేళ నంబర్స్ రాయినా కూడా నో ప్రాబ్లం. సో యూ వాంట్ టు రైట్ ద నంబర్ pattern also, no problem. Here one more thing, just number, what is that? This one. If anything, so other than simple rayachchu kuda, just 0 pattern. What is the pattern? This is a pattern. Then what is the action? Printf digit. Question అక్కడ లేదు కాబట్టి నేను తీసుకోలేదు. ఓకే, so you can try that also. Then operators also same thing. Only in the single line you can write all operators, or use చేయడం, plus or minus or రాసి. So finally end ఏం చేయాలి? printf arithmetic operator, so relational operator. Okay, it is easy compared to that lexical analyzer. Okay, so now the execution. First of all, we have to create Lexus specification file. This is a Lexus source program, Lexus specification file. So దీన్ని Lex compiler use చేసి compile చేయాలి. So for that flex, so there are different Glex, flex, Lex. సో many are there, బట్ మేము విండోస్ లో యూజ్ చేస్తే ఫ్లెక్స్ యూజ్ చేయాలి. లైనక్స్ అయితే లెక్స్, సింపుల్ లెక్స్ యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు. ఓకే, ఫ్లెక్స్, ఫ్లెక్స్. then what is the file name? exp experiment1a.l, extension is l. Okay, so here the compilation completed. If an errors unte the errors will be reported here. So now C file వచ్చేసింది. So C file generated. What is that C file? So here GCC is used. Compiler, class compiler, that one GCC compiler. Then what is that? File name or fixer file name generic name now, that is a fixed one, lex.yy.c. okay, enter. Okay, now exe file generated. Okay, C compiler would have errors, those will be reported, no errors. So which one? a.out, the Linux at a.out will be given. So here a.exe. So now run this a.exe run చేయాలి. So just press enter, enter input. Okay, enter input out of slash approach. Okay, something int. So now it is a keyword. So it is a keyword. For example, some identifier, this one, underscore some, this is a valid identifier. So this is identifier. Okay, so for example, something abc 1 2 3, this is also allowed identifier. So next abc underscore 1 2 3, that is also allowed. abc something, some other symbols, invalid. Okay, so starting other than alphabet, invalid. Okay, so this program is next to check one more. So what is a keyword? So this program is recognizing keywords, identifiers. So other than keyword identifier, you give a different one. It is also giving invalid, that one, like that, which is reporting. Okay, hello, Adamina? Yes, respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the first experiment got 2, this is a 1. Previously what I have shown, that is the second one. రెండు ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ ఫ్యూ ఉన్నాయి. 5 అంటే ఇంత ముందు ల్యాబ్ ఇస్ కంబైన్డ్ విత్ టెక్నాలజీ ఆర్ కంబైన్డ్ విత్ కంప్యూటర్ నెట్వర్క్స్ ఉండే ఇంజనీర్స్. ఇప్పుడు సపరేట్ చేసారు కాబట్టి వాళ్ళు ఇంకేం యాడ్ చేయకుండా జస్ట్ డివైడ్ చేసారు. ఓకే, ఆ 5 ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్స్ అంటే కాదు, సో అడిషనల్ ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్స్ కూడా రిక్వైర్డ్. సో నేను ఒకసారి ఆఫ్టర్ కంప్లీషన్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ఐ విల్ సెండ్ ద మాన్యువల్, యూ కెన్ బై టు అబ్జర్వేషన్ అండ్ రికార్డ్. సో జస్ట్ ఇంకొక ఎక్స్పెరిమెంట్ చెప్పిన తర్వాత నేను పంపిస్తా. But you should execute at your home also. Windows అయితే ఫ్లెక్స్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసుకోవాలి, సింపుల్ గా అది జస్ట్ డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోవడమే, ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేయడమే. ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లా ఫాలో స్టెప్స్ ఏది అని చెప్పాము, యూ షుడ్ ఫాలో దీస్ స్టెప్స్ టు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ దిస్. సో దీస్ రిక్వైర్డ్, దీస్ కమాండ్స్ ఆర్ రిక్వైర్డ్. ఫ్లెక్స్, దట్ ఫైల్ నేమ్, GCC, దట్ ఫైల్ నేమ్ అంటే ఇదే ఫైల్ నేమ్, lex.yy, వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ఫైల్ నేమ్ ఏమనుకోవచ్చు, వాట్ ఇట్ విల్ జనరేట్ దిస్ ఫైల్, lex.yy.c. ఓకే, దెన్ .exe. Okay, so remaining instruments in the coming next lab. Okay, today I want to stop here. So how many are there? 48 చెప్పండి మీరే చెప్పండి ఎస్ ప్రజెంట్ చెప్పండి నెంబర్ చెప్పండి 16 సిరీస్ 17 సిరీస్
Sir,
17.
5C7, sir.
C7 కొంచెం గట్టిగా చెప్పండి ఓకే నెక్స్ట్
Sir, 5C4, sir.
చెక్ చేసుకోండి నేను టిక్ చేస్తున్నా చూడండి నెక్స్ట్
17 series 556 sir.
56 నెక్స్ట్
C4.
63 sir.
D4.
63
M6, sir.
M6 what happened M6
Yes, sir.
not attending all the classes
Yes, sir. Internet
from
is
November
not
second
time.
should attend for all classes
Yes, sir.
the next
D4, 17 series.
D4 next anyone from this 16 series 17 series ఈ 506 వస్తుండే అక్కడ ఏమైంది the next 18 series
501 sir.
next
505
503 sir.
ఇక్కడ శ్రీకర్ నువ్వు అప్పుడప్పుడు వస్తున్నావని సిఆర్
లేదు సార్ లాస్ట్ వీక్ నుంచి కొంచెం హెల్త్ బాగాలేకుండే సార్.
సరే అంటే ఇంట్లోనే కదా హెల్త్ బాగాలేకుండా స్టార్ట్ చేసుకోవడం జస్ట్ నెక్స్ట్
sir.
504, sir.
why not
Sir.
why not చెప్పరా why not
504, sir.
4 next
508 sir.
8
509, sir.
9 next
511, sir.
11
13, sir. 514, sir.
14
15, sir.
16
517 sir.
17
518, sir.
18 next
521 sir.
521
520. Yes, sir.
22, sir.
22 next 23
528, sir.
28
527, sir.
27 జాయిన్ మరి
530 sir.
Sir, 529, sir.
530 sir.
530 దిస్లో నిద్రపోయింటాడు 31 నెక్స్ట్
32, sir. 532.
32
34 sir.
34
536
next 36 next
540, sir.
539
sir.
542 sir.
541, sir.
142
544, sir.
44
5 sir. 45.
46.
40
46, sir.
46 next
549, sir.
49 రాలే ఏమి సిఆర్ ఇంకైతే వీళ్ళందరూ కొందరే ఉంటాయి నెక్స్ట్ 51
553 sir.
53
554, sir.
53 అనసరండి ఏం రెస్పాన్స్ ఇస్తలేదు